Hey, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. What up guys, this is Monkey Figure Reviews and today we are back for another Figures News Updates video. We will once again be discussing upcoming One Piece Banpresto / Bandai Spirits figures. I know we did one not too long ago at the start of this month, but recently they just announced a few more figures that will be released next year, and I thought I would just do a video on them so you guys will be kept up to date with your pre-orders if you like the figures. The first one on our list right in front of us, this is basically what we anticipated in my last video, and he is Eustass Kid from the One Piece Log File Selection Worst Generation series. And previously when we look at Luffy, you know, I'd say like because he's kind of in his Wano outfit and with the kimono down, so most likely he's in the prison and the other half should be Kid. So there we have him here. His release date is March 2021. That is actually the same month as Luffy, but I don't think they will be released on the same date. Most likely it will just be one after the other. And his height is unknown. I can't find any details on his height, but you can roughly see how he will look like next to Luffy later in one of the images I've gotten. So this is a close-up look of him, and we will go to the full body image. For the base, I would say it's pretty much similar to what we have seen on Luffy. And for the figure, the general style of him, it is also similar to what we have seen from the series so far with Sanji, Zoro, Luffy. It's kind of a very basic and simple style, and I usually call this style more cartoonish or more anime-ish. So it's kind of very clean and simple. They are not getting very realistic with the textures on the outfit or even on the body itself, and also the shading. So from this photo, you can't really tell much if there's shading. On the body at least, you can see the muscles are pretty well done, pretty okay. The scars from the upper torso, it goes all the way up to the neck and also to his face. So one thing, maybe for those of you who are, you know, not really caught up or something, but you might think that it's weird because he actually doesn't have his left mechanical arm, because this is actually him in the Udon prison in Wano. He has his sea stone cuff, so he cannot use his devil fruit powers, and he cannot use the mechanical arm or make the mechanical arm. So he can look kind of, you know, a little bit weird and naked. And also, it's a bit sad because he looks really badass with the metal arm. But this is accurate to the source material. This is how he looks like in the anime and in the manga. And also, one thing I want to mention is that I kind of feel that the coat is a little bit too small. Especially when compared to the POP, I think that volume over there is just right, is good enough. But here just seems like it's not, you know, it's not big enough to show like the aura of Captain Eustass Kid. Also, I also feel that the face, you know, with his smile, it's not crazy enough, because we know that Kid himself, he has that maniac laughter or smile. And I'm not sure if it's the eyes here or is the mouth shape that is not crazy enough, but when I look at it, I just feel that it could have been even crazier to capture Kid's personality. And this is him next to Luffy. So, you know, I think this is a really cool scene of both of them, both of the captains from Worst Generation. And we really don't have a lot of Kid figures. I would imagine a lot of people will be very excited to get him. And since they're getting him, they'll be getting the whole set. Luffy looks pretty good as well, especially with the body size. But for me personally, I just think that the hair is not really well done, and the head proportion is a little bit off. But still, I really think that these two as a pair will look great together. Now, this is very interesting. This is the DXF Grandline Man Wano Kuni Volume 9 Edward Newgate, or Whitebeard, and his release date is April 2021 next year. His height is supposed to be 18 cm tall. So I gotta say, I'm very surprised by this, because you know, this is the Wano Kuni Grandline Man, and I would have thought that they would come up with a few more characters that came before him. Anyway, this could be a bit spoilerish because I don't think the anime has caught up yet. So this is Whitebeard from the Oden flashback. And yeah, and like I think they skip quite a number of prominent characters to jump straight to him, which is kind of weird. So I guess maybe Roger is coming next, and also Odin, and maybe they're doing it so they can have the three of them together. And for this figure, similar to what we have seen from the series, is kind of a very basic and simple style. So he has his signature white coat on, and this is back when he still wears his shirt. So this is green in color, and he has his luxurious blonde hair with the white beard. So I think the details wise, pretty much you can see for yourself, is usually very, very simple and basic for the Grandline Man series. And I just want to say something that to me was kind of interesting, because when I first saw the color scheme for this outfit on the cover page of the volume done by Oda, I kind of think that the color scheme is not that well matched. I'm not sure if that is just me, so I'd like to hear what you guys think. Or it could be, we are just so used to seeing Whitebeard being associated with the white color, so seeing him in green is just, it kind of throws me off, man. It's just really, really weird. And also another thing is, his height is 18 cm. I'm not sure if that is tall or short, but that looks to be around the height of the current Grandline Man series. And if I recall correctly, they actually did one for him back then, the old Whitebeard, and he's taller than what he's supposed to be now. So very peculiar of them to do this, to make him shorter. And next, this is more interesting to me. I'll most likely be getting this. This is the Glitter and Glamours Kozuki Hyori. So we have two versions, version A and version B. This is the version A. I will show you guys the version B later. And she is slated to be released also in April next year, 2021. Her height is 25 cm. So I gotta say that by looking at this image, it looks to be really good. I can't really say much because it's just Kozuki Hyori turning towards her back, maybe to take a look at Zoro, but it's an interesting pose instead of just looking at the front. So you can see that the details on the hair with the accessories, those are really well done. Kimono is rather simple. The shading is more purplish towards the ends, and you have those flower kind of, I don't know what you call it, like patterns on the kimono. She's wearing sandals with socks, and I think for the details, I think there's not much shading from what I can tell. Yeah, not much. So this is the version B, and I think for the hair accessories, the colors are changed, you can see. And also, of course, the other main thing is the color of the kimono. Of course, this is the canon version, but I guess as usual they always do a version B in case people like that. And I think it will be really, really cool if this scales really well with the Ichiban Kuji Komurasaki. So you can kind of put them side by side next to each other, like the glamorous version of her and also the dressed down version of her. It will look really good. And I will most likely be getting this, but also I am very wary because from what I've seen recently, the figures from Glitter and Glamours, for the last 4 or 5, they have not really been doing it well. They have been using something like a cheaper material and weird paint. It makes the figure look really, really cheap. I think it started off with significantly with I think Stampede Nami, and it kind of went on from there. So maybe the only exception is probably Okiku. I think that one looks great, but other than that, the standard has really not been there as compared to the past G&G figures. So I'm kind of worried there. I really hope that they do not screw this one up. Alright. Now, lastly, we also have another Maximatic Luffy figure announced. This is the Maximatic 2 Luffy. Supposed to be released also in April next year, 2021. There are no details on the height and the size. I couldn't find them, but this is how it looks like. He will be supported on a stand, so I guess I'm not sure, because I do not collect the Maximatic for Dragon Ball, but one of my friends told me that this is supposed to be like the progressive versions of Luffy. So maybe Luffy 1 is normal Luffy, Luffy 2 is kind of Gear 2. I'm not so sure. I'm not sure if they're going the same route for Luffy here. and you know, to me it looks normal. Nothing much to really talk about, and I feel that the face here is not well done too, and we don't really have a lot of angles. This is the other angle. Yeah, maybe he's really doing his gear too, but I don't, you know, looking at this picture, it doesn't really impress me. His scale is really big though, if we are to assume he is around the same size as the Maximatic 1 Luffy, because the Maximatic 1 Luffy's scale is quite close to the Grandista actually. This is the one. It had just been released, and I'll probably get it. And yeah, so this is Maximatic 2. Kind of feel like the face sculpt is not as good as the first one over here, but size wise it should be the same. Yeah, but I think for the details it looks pretty alright with the muscles and also the creases, the folds on the shirt, and also the pants looks to be pretty well done. Alright, so that's pretty much all I have for this video update. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section below, and if you are new here, you like my videos, you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on new videos like this. By the way guys, I just want to thank each and every single one of you, because my channel has finally hit 5,000 subscribers, which is a huge thing for me. I'm very happy to reach this milestone, and you know, we'll see how it goes in the future. So once again, thank you guys for your support. I'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye.